Hello
Hello
everyone.
everyone.
Hi,
Hi,
sorry
sorry
I'm
I'm late.
late. As
As
usual,
usual,
technical
technical
issues, but
issues,
it's
but
all
it's all
good. Or
good.
not
Well,
as
not as
usual.
usual.
It's just
It's
one of
just one of
those
those
things. I
things.
think
I
a
think
lot
a
of
lot of
people are
people
on
are on
the
the
internet
internet watching
watching the football that's going on at the moment. So anyway, I keep being disconnected then reconnected, as you can see, with my iPhone camera. So uh, yeah, it's gone again. So hang on. Oh my days! Wait a minute. I'm going to play you something. Add an extra camera. No. Okay. Allow accessory. This is right. Okay. Okay.
It might come on.
It's
It's
back. You
back. You
see,
see,
this is
this
what
is
I
what
have
I
to
have
put
to
up
put
with.
up with.
This is
This
what
is
I
what
have
I
to
have to
try to
try to
get all
get all
this
this
working.
working.
And it's
It's
never
never
that
that
easy,
easy,
and I
and I
don't know
don't know
why.
why.
I
I
think
think
there's
there's
a
a
beta
beta
setting
setting
on
on
my
my
restream at the
restream at the
minute, but
minute, but
hopefully you
hopefully
can
you can
hear
hear
me
me
and
and
everything is
everything is
good.
good.
That's if
That's
you're
if you're
still
still
hanging
hanging
around to
around to
watch.
watch.
I'm just
I'm
going to
just going
pop
to
the
pop the
chat
chat
up.
up.
Hello,
Hello,
Martin.
Martin.
How are
How are
you?
you?
No
No
cakes.
cakes.
No,
No,
not
not
baking
baking
any
any
cakes
cakes
today.
today.
I
I
wish I
wish I
was. I
was.
wish
I
I
wish
was
I was
eating
eating
lots of
lots of
cakes.
cakes,
Let
let
alone
alone
baking
baking
them.
them.
Let me
Let me
just
just
double
double
check.
check.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
I've
still got
still
the
got the
sound,
sound,
which is
which is
good.
good.
Hello,
Hello,
Lucy.
Lucy.
How are
How are
you? It's
you?
good
It's
to
good to
have
have
you
you
here
here
as
as
well.
well.
Um,
Um,
so
so
I'll just
I'll
tell
just
you
tell you
about the
about the
setup that
setup
I've
that I've
got. So
got.
I've
So
got
I've
my
got my
MacBook in
MacBook in
front of
front
me,
of
which
me,
is the
which is the
camera that
camera
I'm
that
on
I'm on
there, and I
there, and I
also have
also
my
have my
iPhone here,
iPhone
which
here,
is
which is
wirelessly
wirelessly
connected
connected
to
to
my
my
MacBook, and I've
MacBook, and
got
I've
two
got two
lights here,
lights
as you
here, as
can
you can
see.
see.
Now,
Now,
sometimes
sometimes
my
my
iPhone
iPhone
disconnects because I
disconnects because I
don't have
don't
it
have it
attached
attached
with a
with a
wire.
wire,
So
so
it's all
it's all
trial and
trial and
error.
error.
Hello,
Hello,
Arwin. How
Arwin,
are
how are
you?
you?
Good to
Good
have
to
you
have you
aboard.
aboard.
So
So
it's all
it's all
trial and
trial and
error
error
on
on
how
how
this
this
comes
comes
together. And
together.
then,
And
of
then, of
course, you've
course,
got
you've
the
got the
internet
internet
and
and
all
all
sorts of
sorts of
things.
things.
But
But
anyway,
anyway,
thank you
thank
for
you for
bearing
bearing
with.
with.
Thank you for
Thank you for
bearing with.
bearing with.
The
The
biggest thing
biggest
is
thing
the
is the
sound,
sound,
because my
because my
sound is
sound is
connected
connected
to my
to my
iPhone.
iPhone.
So
So
I
I
need
need
to
to
keep
keep
um,
um,
that
that
iPhone
iPhone
camera
camera
in
in
play
play
so we
so
can
we
see
can
it
see
all
it
the
all the
time.
time.
Now,
Now,
I
I
can
can
try
try
taking
taking
it
it
like
like
that
that
so
so
it's
it's
smaller, so
smaller,
you
so
can
you
see
can see
more of
more of
me.
me.
Or if we
Or if
go
we go
back
back
here, it
here, it
just
just
changes it
changes
a
it a
little
little
bit.
bit.
And I
And I
can
can
take that
take that
into
into
there.
there.
There you
There you
go.
go.
And that
And that
changes
changes
that a
that a
little
little
bit.
bit.
But for
But for
some
some
reason, it's
reason, it's
still on
still
this
on this
beta
beta
connection. So
connection.
you
So
can
you can
see
see
here,
here,
this
this
is,
is,
I'm going
I'm
to
going to
turn the
turn the
volume
volume
up.
up a little bit. And if I go to video settings in here, it can change all sorts of things. So this is just something we should be dealing with as we go along. Anyway, what I want to do is tell you all about the new stamps. Hello, Katie. How are you? Hi, Glynis. Bit of an echo. Well, it's a big room. What can I say? Let me just pop that on there. Yeah, I've got my sound turned down on here, so there shouldn't really be any kind of issue there. I'll do that. MacBook speakers, it shouldn't be an echo. Anyways, I'm here. That's the main thing. So what I wanted to do is show you the inspiration really for the new stamps that we've got. And I've got some in a book and I've got some photographs as well. So what I'll do is I'm just going to play you a little video so we can introduce you all to the new collection. And hopefully the sound on this won't get me banned from Facebook. I'm sure it's royalty free. You might see me in the background. There you go. So that's the new collection introduced to you. So I'm going to show you some of the inspiration, starting with this book here, because I've put some in here. Now, Walking in the Rain, and which ones have I got in here? Walking in the Rain and Friends. Friends Are Always Together. are two stamps that I brought back for the collection for Hobby Maker. I've only got my samples here. So this is Friends Are Always Together, a nice well-used stamp. But if I open this without knocking the camera and bring this in, I'll lift the camera up. Hopefully it's not going to go off air. There you go. That device has stopped. Let me bring that back in there. Okay, now we've got it. Now we've got it. Okay, the sound comes back. It's all very peculiar. I'm going to leave it in that small screen for now until we move on. So this is the artwork, as you can see here, for Friends Are Always Together. These were some paintings that I just used my paintbrush with and created these images, which I loved. And one of them reminded me of like Barbara Popper, and the other one I just added legs and carrot people turned into people. So that's where that particular stamp came from. And if you notice, if I show you there, that was May, don't knock the camera, Janice, May 16th, 2025. I painted that last year, yeah. Okay, this is the Walking in the Rain. And Walking in the Rain was also, do I have that here? Yes. Was also a stamp that I created, stamp set I created from my paintings. So here are the people walking in the rain. You'll notice the people with the umbrella is just here. And then this one, you can hardly see here. I'm going to show you some samples. Came from this little section here. So that section there, I wonder if I've got, I'm going to show you some samples in a moment. Yeah, here we go. That there created that. So that's that part of the painting. So that created that. And then the two people with the umbrellas just there, that came from there. So those are two bits of inspiration from those stamp sets. But there's more, of course, because with the collection that was just on, there was a new stamp. And I want to show you that. So let's just bring that up with the images, because we have in that one, this one here. Now, this one came from a painting, as you can see there. The painting's at the bottom, the stamp's at the top. And you can pretty much guess where it came from. So you've got to the left-hand side of that image. That's where that came from. And then, of course, there was the Gothic style that came from a painting that I did. It was a random painting. It wasn't supposed to be a city. It was just colours on a canvas. And I thought, ooh, with my pareidolia eye, where I see things and things, I made it into a city. So that was that one just there. Which was pretty cool. Let me just come back to me. Yes, you can still hear me, which is great. And then we got onto the dragonflies. Now, yeah, two dragonfly stamps. Again, as you saw in the video, let me bring this one up. This was dragonfly number 1. This actually landed on my door, inside my French doors. And Jane said, you've got to come and see this. So I did, and I took a picture of it, and hey presto, turned that into a stamp. But the detail is incredible on it. Then there was this dragonfly. I mean, that was incredible, that picture there. I know you can still see me at the bottom, but hey ho, that's just the way it goes. If I click on that, maybe, there you go. You can still hear me, but I've disappeared. And this was at a garden centre near Oundle, where Crate and Craft, Hochanda, the craft store used to be. Now something else, of course. And then this was the tweezel. Now this is interesting, because wild tweezel was the inspiration for Velcro. So that made somebody a billionaire. And this is the pampas grass, which is included in that dragonfly set. But they are all individual. Hello, Millie. Do you want to go through there? Go on there. There's nothing to see. They are all individuals and available on the website. So we're going to have a look at those. So that is how the inspiration came about for all of the particular sets that you see just there. Right, I'm going to go back to chat just in case any of you are asking any questions. Talking of dragonflies, I'm cross-stitching butterflies. Are you, Martin? We'll go and check out Blooming Amazing and Petals and Wings because we've got some lovely images for butterflies there. Tech is so much fun, says Lucy. Yeah, it is. Yeah, still need to get the dragonflies. Well, if you use code TSC10, TSC10, you'll get 10% off. How about that? Code TSC10. Also, before we start a demo, also just to let you know, this is sold out everywhere. Timestamp creations are in creative stamping again. That looks see-through there, doesn't it? Ah, is it? That looks weird. What's happening there? Can you see that? There's a swimming pool. What's that all about? There's some green screen stuff going on here. Where's that? How weird. What's that all about? Where's that? Let's have a look. No, I don't know where that pool is or what's cracking off, but that's a little bit of green screen. That's a bit weird. So anyway, this magazine is sold out everywhere. I have a spare one if you want one. But what I do have, spare set of these as well. So if anybody wants these are the peanut stamps. Put peanuts in the comments and one person will win that. How about that? Right, okay, so should we have a look at a few samples before we do a live demo? Let's have a look at some samples, shall we? I'm going to keep both cameras on. I'm going to try, because I'm showing you samples. Right, if it goes quiet for a moment, don't worry about it, all right? We're going to have a look at some samples. I could try and put some music on. I'm hoping if I cross the... Is it reflective? No, it's not reflective, Glynis. It's... see where it's all green? There's a little bit of green screen going on, but I've not got a setting for green screen on here, unless it's on my Mac. It might be on my Mac's camera, which is a bit weird, isn't it? But I've not set it up, but that's a little bit of green screen. Sometimes you can have like a scene in the background as you're using your camera. How bizarre. Right, I want this to be the larger one. So I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit. If I do that, I'll do that. There you go. You can still hear me. Let me just check. Yes, you can still hear, which is fine. I just want to get rid of me so you can see all these beautiful samples, but we'll talk you through them. This one's by Glynis, Using Friends Are Always Together, Wandering With My Favourite People. I mean, it's a lovely sample, isn't it? With the round circle, you can turn this into artist trading cards if you want to. Just use a little stamp as well as an accent, which is really nice. The ladies who are in the magazine, by the way, Jenny and Glynis, they're really good at cutting up the words and just using them separately, which is really nice. So it's a beautiful stamp set. And let's hope we get some rain so we can actually go walking in the rain this week. So that's really beautiful. So you can use that in many, many different ways. This one is from, I'm not sure whether this is Glynis or Jenny. Perhaps you can put me right. Right, yeah, we've got lots of people saying peanuts. Remember, that is for a set of peanut stamps. Okay, just comment peanuts and I'll select somebody randomly at the end of it. Again, I know this one is by Jenny because she sent me this week. So again, a lovely image depicting all the different styles on there. That's Walking in the Rain. So stamping it twice and doing a bit of watercolouring. A few little artist trading cards, which came out of that booklet from Glynis. A nice large piece of artwork with a ribbon on like a tag, which is really nice. You could open that up and put something down there, which is really cool. Again, this is using the grungy frames as an outline that you can see there. Every skyline tells a story, so we can have a look at doing that. Lots of peanut fans. I'll show you how to do this one. It's very simple and very easy. Again, a really nice sample there. These stamps are really good at just doing like mini makes. And I do love Walking in the Rain is one of my favourite ones. I do love that. So lots of different things you can use. With the grungy frames as well, you've got those lovely images like 32mm film. These are really handy for just isolating different parts of your makes and making them stand out, which I think is nice. That's really easy. I'll show you how to do that. This was my attempt. Look at that. Shameful. It's my attempt is using foam. Did the best I could. And again, 2 other samples there. I'm not sure where my dragonfly samples have all gone. They're here somewhere. Took them to Hobby Maker. They end up going in a box somewhere, and then I don't know where that box is, and then I come home. So let's get on with doing some demos, shall we? I want to try and get rid of, oh, hello, Julia. Oh, whilst you're all here, great samples. Yeah, the girls have done a brilliant job. I can't take credit for them all. Julia McNeil is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just tell you something about what Lou Sims and Julia McNeil and myself are doing in September on the 19th. We're doing a creative colour workshop. So as it suggests there, big splash of colour. Lou's not sitting on the toilet, by the way. That was the first place she was crashing down on my desk. But it's at Royston in Cambridgeshire. We're really looking forward to it. Tickets are selling really well. But I do believe there are some left. It's £80 for the day. You get a goodie bag and you get a session with all of us. You get 3 great sessions throughout the day. And bring your own lunch, plenty of parking as well at the venue. But it really is a lovely, lovely day. So if you fancy coming along, Lou Sims and myself and Julie McNeil will be there. Loved seeing you at the shopping channels. You were so funny. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Yeah, we had some good times, didn't we? We really did. We had some good times. I'm going to try now and change these cameras around. See, that's big me and little that. Enter full screen. Oh no, oh gosh, I've gone full screen on my computer. I don't want to do that. Oh, here we go. This is where I can't get out of exiting full screen, and then I can't see anything else. There you go, exit full screen. Oh my days, there's a beta version of this piece of software out at the moment, so it's just it's mad. It's mad. Right, I want. There you go. That's quite good, isn't it? We could stay with that. I mean, I don't know. There's all different settings here. What does that one bring? That's me. That's half and half. That one there is me full. I don't want that. We could kind of go to a half and half, but it's not. I wonder if there's anything I can do over here, because I need to keep my sound. So I need to keep me. Well, I don't need to keep me at all. Hang on a minute. There you go. That'll do. Now, what I need to know is if you can still hear me, which I think you can. You're better at the technology than I do. Not tonight, I'm not. Can somebody just put in the chat that they can still hear me as we enter this full screen? Just let me know, and I'll grab some stamps and we'll do a little demo. Now again, I've got these. Ah, there they are. There's the stamps I want. I'm going to start off with the cityscape because I do like this. Yes, we can hear you. Great. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's start with. I think that's going to be big enough. Yeah, we could just fit that on. That's excellent. So we'll start with like a DL size, which is great. I got stung by a bee today as well, and then I've got this big swelling on my toe, and it crikey, Mikey, it really hurts. Right, let's just grab this because I have put my acrylic plate down, but I'm not sure where. Okay, right, that's that. We need a brush. Keep putting peanuts if you want those stamps, by the way. There they are. I've got no use for them. So just write peanuts and I'll get that sent to you. Okay, let's go for Stormy Sky. I'm just going to get some blues out here. Some Distress inks. That's a little bit too light, but not too light, actually. I'm going to get the blue. I'm going to bring some. So yeah, if you want that, just comment peanuts and I'll get that sent to you. Right, what I'd like to do is get a moon, get 2 moons actually. Pop that there. And pop that there, like so. Put that one up there. Now, I'm going to do a reflection. And there is a stamp to do a moon if you want to. I'm going to do it with this one first. Okay. Now I know using this technique, everyone, it's not going to be an exact reflection, but it's a really good it's a really good effect. Now I'm going to do this a bit different because I'm going to put the sun over there. Or should I put it there? If it's going to be reflection. No, I'm going to do it a bit different because we can. But I need to stamp this first. Okay. We'll do it. No, actually, I'm going to put a bit of blue. I'm going to put a bit of blue on there. I'm going to use this blue and just bring this in around there. Quite effective, this one. For some reason, this doesn't blend that well on this card, but that's okay because it kind of looks like clouds. So I'm not really bothered if it hasn't blended totally. It's the look I'm trying to get. You see? Kind of looks like clouds, so we're going to have to replicate that down there, but that's okay. So we'll get that. Oh, so many flies around at the minute. Hi Jenny, how you doing? So yeah, if you do want to come along to the craft workshop, it's ever so good. I know I've kind of decided what I'm going to do. We're going to do something colourful and beautiful with stamps and creative. I've seen what Julia McNeil's going to do, and that's just wonderful because she's such a fabulous artist. And when it comes to anything like colouring and blending, what she doesn't know ain't worth knowing. Right, let's get this and let's stamp this here. I think we'll have the moon. Should we have it behind the city? No, we're going to have it here because if I stamp over there, I can't take that off. So I'm just going to have it just underneath. Thought I heard the ice cream man then. Oh, I've not had an ice cream for ages. Right, if you're wondering why everyone is commenting peanuts, that's because I have got the peanut stamps from the Creative Stamping Magazine issue 164 to give away. It's sold out everywhere. So I thought, you know what, if you really want them, we're going to give them away. So that's why everyone's commenting peanuts, unless they think I'm a load of peanuts. Who knows? Right, so let's just stamp that down there. Beautiful. I do love this stamp. I really, really do. Okay, what I'm going to do is take that off so that's nice and crisp, and we'll put that back on the carrier, which I've put down somewhere. Oh, I found it. I found it. Random singing. Okay, we need to put one down here, but I'm going to put it opposite. However, I'm going to stamp this first. Right? Now I could go for a lighter colour, which I need to because it's going to be a reflection. So it's going to be in the water. So I don't want it to be black. I'm going to go for another ink. Hang on. Hold the line, caller. I want to go for something a bit lighter. I wonder. Oh, let me have a look. Sorry, I'm looking for. It's very interesting, isn't it? Just looking at a static image, but I'm just going to see if I can see the colour that I need. Perhaps a lighter colour, maybe. Hang on. It's a two-sided bit of paper, isn't it? Let's just try the other side. No, I want something lighter than that. No, I'll go for this. It's just a shade. It's called Black Soot. It is a little bit lighter. That I was going to use the espresso, but let's just pop that on there. And when I do this, it doesn't really matter if you don't get the whole of the stamp because it'll be in water or underwater. So it does, you know, it doesn't really matter. Let's pop that there. Okay, I'm not going to press too much. There you go. I didn't want it too prominent because it's a reflection. Okay, and I'm going to use, I'll use the same, and I'll put the sky. Now, do you see it's not an exact reflection? There are ways of doing it as an exact reflection, but it's not. So I'm just going to stay true to the image. I'm going to do that there rather than it be there, just because it's a little bit different and it's art, and that's what art's all about. So I'm going to put the blue in here, same blue. You could use a lighter shade if you want to. Just put this on here, and if anyone can hear that fly buzzing around my kitchen, because I'm in my kitchen at the moment. I know I still haven't got my craft room sorted. Oh well, it's just the way it is. 1,000,001 things to do. It's what happens when you're running your own business. It's crazy. There is so much to do on a daily basis when you're doing it on your own as well. So we've got that lovely ripply effect. If you want to, you can add some white lines to that, a little bit of movement in the water. I don't want to, though. I'm just going to leave it as it is. So remember, this isn't a true reflection. That would be like so. I just wanted it to be just a little bit different. It's art, so it needs to be different, not straightforward. But there are ways of doing it straightforward. You could use a stamp where you stamp on a stamp and then you bring it back to the paper, and it gives you that reflection. Hi Joanne, how are you? Buzz off. Yeah, that's what I want to say to all flies. So that's nice. And what we could do is we could put something across the middle, and for that we could go to, and this is where it's good to mix up your stamps. We could go to the wild tweezle. Now, if I were to just stamp that on there, that would look pretty cool. If I was to emboss it, that would look even better because it would make it stand out. We could stamp it on a thin piece of, or on a piece of white. So let's do both and let's see what it looks like. And let's see which one we really want to go for. Let's pop that there. And then we'll do some random stuff. Pop that in there. Okay. Dream, discover, repeat. I daren't move this camera. I'm hoping it's close enough for you. So we could have it like that, or stamp it again. Let's do it down the bottom here. Not to waste paper. I'm going to be really good. I'm going to put that back on the stamp. If you want to go for this particular stamp that we're showing you here, I have it just there. If you want to go for this one, this is City View. I must say it is one of my favourites, and it goes really well with the Artie collection. Let's pop that back on there. See, I've only just got this stamp out, but I've lost the packaging already. That's because the packaging is where I took the stamp from. That makes sense. Right, what were we doing? We were getting dirty and inky and all of that lot. Scissors have gone missing. Guess who's had them? Yeah, no doubt, to do the gardening. So let me grab these instead. I'll use these ones. I'm not very good at cutting straight, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Okay, I'll take that off the screen in a minute. I'm sure you can hear that fly. On top of that, I don't know if you can hear, we've got the pub. We've got some singers down the pub. Oh my days, they call themselves singers. Oh, the wailing. Right, that's not particularly straight, but that gives you an idea of what you could do. We could also edge that. It looks nice. It looks nice, clean and white, to be fair, because you've got the white there and the white there. If I lift this up, it kind of looks nice, clean. Let's try it though, because we're only here for a short time. We can do what we want. I don't mean that because we're going to die. I just mean because I'm doing it live. Let's just do that really quickly, just to give you an idea. Now I've made a mess of that. I get a cloth. not supposed to be using these cloths, so don't tell Jane. That's not going to come off because that's a permanent marker, but it just gets rid of the bits that are going to stain it. Right, anyway, pop that there. So different ways of doing it. And then everything changes. Let's take that one said. When you add a background, doesn't it? Everything changes but you. So you've got something like that. Or you could go for a blue to match the blue. Like so. Depends what you want to highlight. So you could lighten it up, or you could put the black. What do you prefer? Let's go back down to the chat. Let's just have a little chat. Hand sanitizer might get it off. Yeah, I think it will. Glynis, you've used them. The cityscapes are great if you like making backgrounds. Yeah, they are pretty cool, aren't they? The fly nick the scissors, probably. Yeah, that is. But yeah, you're right. The cityscapes are absolutely brilliant and great for doing backgrounds as well. I'll do another one with the cityscapes because there's another little demo that I can do for you. I did this on a live the other night. There was absolutely no sound. So that is pretty cool. So we'll pop that to one side. Pop that to one side. Then what I need to do, I need to get let's pop plain bit of paper again. Let's just take that off. Blue, of course. Oh, for the background, did you like blue? Okay, well, we've got 1 for blue, 3 for black. How about that? 1 for blue, 3 for black. Let me just pop that there. But yeah, of course, blue for Leicester City, hey? Whoa, not doing very well at the minute. Let's try something else. Okay, blank piece of paper again. This could be like a Gothic landscape. And what I'm going to do, I want a black, which I've got, and using VersaFine if you're interested. Then I'm going to go hickory smoke. Okay. Let me see. I've lost it again. I've only just put it down. Where is it? What? I've just had the stat here. Here they are. Here they are. Right. Okay. So this could be the Emerald City. You could. Oh, that'd be cool. It'd be like poppy fields, wouldn't it? You know, the poppy fields with the Emerald City. Magic eraser might get the ink off your plastic sheet. Yeah, I think that's like with hand sanitizer in it, isn't it? I'm not sure. Right, if you have just joined us, hello. We are live. Finally got live after all the setup. I'm going to turn beta off this. Whatever it is I'm using. Right, anyway, I'm going to shut up about that because that's irrelevant. Right, let's turn this over because we've got a mess. No, I don't want to do that. Hang on, hold the line, caller. Have I got? Tell you what, let's get another piece of paper. I want to do this differently. Let's just put that on there and we'll use this for something else. Just a couple of stamps on there. There you go. Actually, that worked. Okay, that actually worked. If I could line that back up. That's kind of worked. All right, so we've got that one. I don't know why I said that twice. And let's try something else. So we've got that one, which worked. Then I'm going to do another one with this hickory dickory dock, however it's called. Only the top bit. Hickory smoke. So we'll do that over there. That's it. That's very light, you see. Now going again. I'll go there. See, I'm kind of like building it up now, like the layers in the city. And then I might just do, we'll see which one works better. I'll kind of make this up as I go along. Put that there. Okay. Then let's go. There's Millie barking. I don't know what she's barking at. Let's go for the dark. Oh, she's coming in, racing through. What's up, Millie? Oh, I think it's somebody coming round. It's Bonnie's mum. Can you hear her? That's Bonnie's mum. Can you hear? That's Bonnie's mum. You know Bonnie, beautiful Bonnie, the cat. That's her mum. She's just come round. She's just come round. We're getting a washing line thing off her. Neighbourly love and all that. Right, let me just pop that on there and pop that here, just to extend that along. I didn't really mean to do that. I'm gonna go for this now because I want to grungy one. So we see even that's nice, isn't it? Just so we've got 3 now to work with. Can you hear Millie? She's such a naughty girl. Kind of like that one, but I like that one as well. Now, what we need to do is get some kind of mist going on. So that was quite light. Also, weathered wood is quite light. So let's try some weathered wood on here. Just in the background. This has had green on it, hasn't it? Don't worry about it. It still works. It still works like a misty, foggy city. Sort of in the background. Let's get another. Let's see if that's. Let's get weathered wood again. That's better. We can always cut this out. Put a frame on it. I know I do things really quickly. Sometimes I just want to get into it. Is anyone else like that? If I think too much about it, it doesn't work. Now I've gone over the sides there, but that's okay because we can cut all this down. So I just wanted to give it that sort of like misty vibe. We've done that twice. That one went a bit wrong because it's got green in it. So I'm not keen on that. But then again, smog can be all sorts of different colours. Right. Where they've gone. Got some eco liners somewhere. I've put them down. I don't know where they are. Honestly, I need an assistant. Does anyone like to be my assistant as I'm doing lives? Hello, Lillian. How are you? Oh, you've just found me. Well, it's good to see you. Black and purple go well together. Oh, what you? Right. So let's make this into like a little city scene. So a little bit yellow. I can hear Jane gossiping outside with Bonnie's mum. What they're gossiping about. In fact, I think I've just heard Bonnie. Millie will go mental. They're not the best of friends. Well, she would. She's not that bad. She's been with cats before. So let's just do that on there. And let's just put some yellow on here. Just create that nighttime city look. Put a little bit in the background there because even though they're in the mist, you can still see the lights coming through. I don't like that one. I might bin that one off. I think I'm going to go for this one now. And then I'm just going to pop some red lights because when I go down to QVC and I look out into London, there's all red lights on the top of the buildings, you know, to stop the planes and all that malarkey. So you can have those again. And then you've sort of like created that almost like Batman, Gotham City style. And if you've got any Halloween style bats or anything like that, that would be really cool. And again, going for your black background on something like that is pretty cool. Or going for your black background on something like that. I would cut this down. In fact, I don't have, I've got my guillotine, but let's just try the scissors. Just try and cut this down. So want to know what Jane's gossiping about outside. I can hear them. Let's just cut that over there because it's not straight, is it? Oh, that is so not straight. But that's okay. No, it's the stamp that's not straight. That's why. I think that's straight-ish. Try it on there. Yeah. Ish. So that could go on there, and you could put like a sentiment. Every city, here we go. Grab this. Let's pop that on here. And then we'll get to do some fun stuff. I won't keep you too long. So I know there's lots going on. And I know lots of people do live. See something like that? Let's just do this. Boom. Let's do that. Boom. See, sometimes the quicker you cut, the straighter it is. So you could do something like that. And then that would make a card, or just build it up like that. Or you could go for that lovely pampas grass, and you could add some pampas grass in foot and have like that perspective, which is something that Jenny did, and she sent it into Hobby Maker. It looked amazing. So that's the city skyline. I really love it. It's one of my favorite stamps, and it comes from, I'll show you here, it comes from a painting. It didn't start out to be a city, but you know what I'm like, I just randomly do things. And this was also just a random painting, not the best painting, but I wanted to have a go, like you should do. You should always just have a go. Right, okay, let's pop that there. Let's pop that there, and let's have a look. Is there anything in particular you would like to have a look at? Because of course it's your live. I can show you all the stamps, cityscape, the dragonflies. What would you like to have a look at next? Would you like to have a look at the grungy frames? Would you like to have a look at the teasel, the dragonflies? Next person to comment, I shall go there. You let me know what you want to go and have a look at. Let's come back. Can I come back to that? Yeah, that's got me back. Let me know what you want to have a look at. There's some really cool little quick demos that I could do with any of the stamps, really. Every day is Halloween. Boom. Certainly is. So look, I tell you what, let's have a look at the dragonfly, shall we? I've made that decision for you. Now, if you're wondering why people are saying peanuts, if you have just joined us, it's great to have you come. Oh, see, I was holding my hip. To lean forward and hold my hip. I've got a spare set of these that I want to give away. So if you want the peanuts, then yeah, my camera's still working. Just put peanuts in the comments, and I'm going to choose one lucky person to win. Okay, so quite a few of you have commented peanuts, and I'll choose somebody random at the end of the live. Okay, so you only need to put it in once, and I'll choose somebody at the end. Oh, Arwen, you want to have a look at the frames? All right then. Tell you what, get the dragonfly a minute. Let's have a look at the grungy I can't speak. Grungy frames. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's bring up. See, I'm producing myself here. It's great. The grungy frames. Here they are. Here they are. TSC10. Use that code. You get 10% off. These are the grungy frames. I love these. Some of you may have these already because they are a throwback to last year. But let's have a look at them because there's a couple of things that you can do with these. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. So let me get a bit of paper. And let me get that, and let's start. Now, how do I get rid of me again? Oh, I've gone full screen again. Seriously, minimize that. Right, that's full screen. That's great. That's, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Let's take that off. Cool. And you can all still hear me. That's the wrong way around, not me, the wrong way around. Okay. Here are the grungy frames. Let's try and tidy up a little bit. Oh, snorted then. I snorted. Oh, ridiculous. Oh, what's... Oh, I've just opened the package. There's my card stop. Okay. Let's have a look at these. Let's have a look at these. Okay, let's start with this one. I'm going to go for a smaller piece. All right. I'm going to go for this stamp. This is a really interesting one because there's lots you can do with this. Now, if I got this off Temu, dead cheap, little tiny. Shouldn't really buy off Temu. Not going to buy off there anymore. Anyway, I've got one of these. So I want to get some colours. I will use that. I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to pull out small dragonfly, which is on dragonfly number 1. Okay. And I'm going to get seedless preserves and my other favourite colour. Oh, peacock's feather. That might be nice. Hang on. Mermaid Lagoon. Although peacock's feathers is more dragonfly. Okay, right. I also need, hold the line caller, just look at that for a moment. I also need, oh, it's there. It's on the table, my spritzer. Right, hang on. Got it. Okay. Right. Get these two. Okay. Oh, I don't want that coming up. Let's take that off. Clear notifications. There you go. Right, let me go back to your chitter chatter because I don't want to miss anything. I've quite a few of you. Oh, have you indeed, Lillian? I'm glad you have. I hope you enjoy using them as well. Right. Okay. That's enough of that. Same brush. Don't worry about it. Random, random, random. Always random. Always random. And then we'll see what happens, right? So let's pop that to the side. Spritz. Spritz, spritz. Peacock feathers is one of my favourite colours. Do you know what? It's one of mine as well. I love it. Okay, I've just spritzed that with water. Can you see? That's starting to move around now. Might have spritzed it with too much water, but that's okay. And then we just pop that there. Okay. And we can lift that up. See? Isn't that cool? I've still got some more left. Now let's put it on watercolour cardstock. Press down. See how much was left. Not a lot. So let's put some more on. My mum always said I was a moron. Do you know I've got a brother called Gordon? Gordon is a moron. He's suffered that song so much, bless him. I think Millie's having a play upstairs. Now, let's not spritz it and see what happens. Let's get a bit of smooth cardstock. So no spritz with water. Stamp down. Can you hear Millie? She's playing upstairs. Nice effect. Nice effect. Might have some left on there, so let's give it a little spritz, which we have done, and we'll bring a third in. I'll just put that on there. Okay, let's lift that off. So I'm sure you'll agree that is a very, very handy stamp to have because it's clear. Okay. And you can make all of those backgrounds. So it's almost like it's almost like a little gel plate. Pop that back on there. So that now creates 3 backgrounds that we could go for that dragonfly stamp. I've taken out, I don't know where I've put it. Oh, dragonfly's flown off. You know, let's tidy up a little bit. Won't make an ounce of difference. I won't find it. Oh, yes, I will. Here it is. Okay, so let's try some different things with this. Let's try this. Oh, we've got quite dark colours there, so no, we'll just go straight in the black. So let's put this in the middle. Quite nice with a silhouette. I could spritz. Is that the one you were talking about? Spritz it, Lillian. We've spritzed those 2, and that one we didn't because we wanted to have it look a little bit different. But we could spritz it now, see what happens. But I want to show you. I want to. Okay. Let's put that over there. You can hear all the kids playing outside. It's great. Right, so we've got 3 now. But those colours, I mean, look at that. Almost looks 3D, doesn't it? That's lovely. So really easy to use that one particular stamp and then just using that one from Dragonflies. You've got 3 beautiful designs. And again, you get the right background for these and they'll look terrific. So this is like a done instantly. Can you hear them? I don't know what they're up to. Get up to no good. You've got the pink one there. And then so you've got 3 instant card toppers. It's so easy to do, isn't it? So easy. So let's grab those together. Okay. So that's just that one stamp. That's just that one stamp. This one's really cool. And the reason why I made this one is because I'll tell you exactly where the inspiration came from this. Because I did it, I made it. None of my stamps are off the shelf. None of my stamps. I'm not knocking anyone who does, you know, buy artwork in or just buy one ready-made. But all of mine are designed myself, and I do it for a reason. And I'll tell you why. This one, okay, came about because I was doing a lot of this. I'll grab this one. I was doing a lot of this, just putting that straight. Well, she says, with the juicy ink pad, I was doing a lot of that. Can you see that effect? And I kind of like that. I used to stamp like that, and then I'd stamp the image in the middle, like the dragonfly, for example. And that would be cool. And then you've got a nice little topper there. So I like that. So I wanted something to emulate that. And so that's where this particular stamp was born. Let's bring in this piece of paper. We'll use a large bit of paper just to show you these. Okay. Pink background's pretty. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is. I like the pink. Let's grab this and now, sometimes you might need like a spot on sponge or something to put this on, or like a dabbler. Let me show you this as it is. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Then we'll do something else. We'll put that on. And we'll give it a spritz. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. Let's do that. So then that's given it a spritz. It's opened it up a little bit more. Do you see the 2 differences? You can always, when you've spritzed anything, get another little, or even another little off there. But you can also mix the colours. So again, if we go for half of that, if we just stamp that straight down like that, we've got a little duo. You see that? A little duo. We could then mix the colours up a little bit more without taking those other colours on. Let's see what that looks like. That's something a little bit different. So these are not just frames. I've just spritzed it with water to see what it looks like. These are mini pieces of artwork. Oh, nice. That you can start nice to build your backgrounds with. So again, that's in grungy frames. This is a whole complete set of different frames that you can get. And $11.49, use the code TSC10, you'll get 10% off. Okay. But that's that one. Then we've got this one is also an interesting stamp. Let's take them, because you can do your pattern building with this. It can be a frame. So we could go over that basically, and that would frame that. Or we could use this like that. Put a bit more on. Who's a moron? Who are you calling a moron? Put that on there. We'll just go down like this for now. Okay. And then you can start doing a little bit of an image. And then if I get these eco liners, this is when you can start colouring in blocks on there. You might not want to use eco liners. You might use something else that's maybe not so strong. Or you could doodle in those parts. Do that. Then you could get a pen, and you could draw lines. My lines aren't very straight, but don't worry about that. And you could do all sort of things in the box like that. I mean, Jenny is as in Tangle Dingle Dangle person, but it gives you an idea. Again, grungy frames, they're great, and they're brilliant for highlighting. Let me grab that sample to show you. Where are we? Oh, here. So you can just take the film. You can either have it either way, it doesn't really matter. And you can bring out, you can highlight places. So grungy frames is such a handy stamp set to have. I absolutely love it, and I love playing with it, and I love everything that it can do for you as well, and all the little handy bits that you can do. If I put that there, that showed you those two main ones. I'll tell you what, I'll stamp the other two out just so you can see them. This one is like a frame in a frame. Which again is good, and I like a lot. And then we have a 35mm film, because of course Timestamp Creations, films and cameras. Do you remember when we used to take our pictures to go and get them printed, and sometimes you'd come out with quality control sticker. Oh, who's having a chicken dinner? Yes, Jenny would be doodling in hers. Right, so you got it that way. Thank you, Glynis, for putting that in the chat. Thank you. Yes, TSC 10 gets you 10% off, only during the live. Jenny, you will zingle, tingle, dangle, anything. I don't know where I've put the samples with the dragonfly. I've got to find them. They're just amazing. Woo. So you've got that either way. You've got that either way. So again, a great stamp set to work with. I love that. Grungy Frames is available on its own, but it's also available in the set as well. So that's Grungy Frames. Okay, let's pop that there. Let's have a look at the time. Right, we've been going for an hour now. I could go on a little bit more if you want me to. I'm just going to show you something with the dragonfly, just to show you how these can work. So you've got the two sets in here, okay? One is detailed and one is like a flat. So in order to show you that, we can stamp in the black with this one. Let me pop that on my acrylic plate, which is here. Okay, you can you can set the tail to go off to the side, like so. Look at the detail in that. Remember, let me show you the picture of this. This came from the dragonfly, and if you look at that detail, it's in the stamp. So that was the dragonfly that landed on my door. Back to that. Okay, this also looks good if you were to stamp it. There you go, in that detail, which is lovely. So what we can do with this, let's try this. Let's put some, I'm just going to add those lines to it. I'm just going to lightly spritz this. I'll put this on the paper. Okay. And then you can do your next generation like that. So you can have it a lot lighter. Okay, so let's just take that off. Get that to dry. Now, if you were to do this on your stamping platform, you'd line it up perfectly. And you can also do that on your acrylic plates. But let's just give that a go. Let's go for the black over the top. You could have like a drop shadow if you wanted. But that looks good. I love the blue and the black. I think the blue and the black looks amazing. And then with this one, I'd go on the blue. By the way, is anyone, let me show you this, is anybody going to Farnborough? Because I will be there with Timestamp Creations, and I'm hoping to do my make and takes as well. I've got to sort all that out yet, but that's Farnborough, that's in September. I'm not sure if I'm going to be at the Motorcycle Museum. That's all just being chatted about at the moment. So yeah, you've got that lighter blue and then the darker blue. So the two different things that you can do there, which look really good. And that's why we've got both of those. And I just love it. I just think it's great. I really do. I love that dragonfly because it came and visited. It came and visited. And I took a picture and I said, if you're going to visit me, I'm turning you into a stamp. That's what happens. If any of you come and visit me here in my house, well, you know where I live, I'll turn you into a stamp. I'll turn you into a stamp. Right, so we've looked at that one, we've looked at that one. Let me show you one more thing and then I shall let you go, just to explain how things work. Right, I need another bit of paper. That was just like a little tag I did with the dragonfly. Let me show you these and then I think I can let you go. Again, whatever you order today will be in the post tomorrow and it will get to you. So this is your positive and your negative, okay? These are really, really cool. Let's go for some blue. Let's make this a bit crunchy. Now let me just try this here. I've just had an idea. As we are doing this live. Oh, you see, that looks like the rain coming down. I like that. I'm going to do that again. This time, I'm going to spritz it just lightly. Oh, probably not so lightly. Oh, look at that. See that? See that? No, that's really arty. That water effect. See? That's amazing. I'm going to do it again. I like that. Oh, look at that. Give me the effect of the rain. It's almost like you're looking through a window. But anyway, that's not really telling you too much about this. But I'm just going to show you this in black. Because if you were to do this on, let's get some coloured card. If you were to do this on, let's say, green, those people will be green and the background will be black. Now, when you first get these out, there's a lot of area to stamp. So just stamp them a few times to get them seasoned, okay? And you see, the people are green. So that's your negative. And then you've got your positive, which is this one here. And the same works with the other ones. So now if I took this and went on there, I'm loving that effect. That is like looking through a window with all the rain coming down and seeing the people. Again, stamping platform people to make these line up, but I'm just going to do this. So I don't have a stamping platform. See, you've got the positive and the negative. So that's the way they work. And that goes the same for the three guys. These are also a little sketch drawing. Let's start with this one. Let's use this. Blue at the top. Yellow at the bottom. Done it on a slide. Do you know what? That almost looks like a David Bowie. Ashes to Ashes. You know when it all went in that sort of reverse colour. Okay, so that's your reverse. And then we'll go for the positive. We'll do these in black. We'll stamp this over here. Don't be too precise because it's cool when you get that white line giving you that shadow. So that's walking in the rain. I usually wipe the new, good, yeah, you can wipe them with a damp cloth. These are all pre-washed, but I would definitely, I always do that. I always give them a little bit of a wash just to get any residue that may still be on there off. It's a good idea. So there you go. The dragonfly picture is amazing. You wouldn't sell many if you turned me into a stamp Janice. Oh, I don't know. You never know. You never know. Yeah, it was pretty spectacular, wasn't it? There it is again. Beautiful. But also this one was a great image. I mean, it almost looks like a cartoon, doesn't it? That particular one. You can see his face and everything. I thought that was amazing. I really, really did. Yeah. So you can get your orders in. Remember, use TSC 10. That will get you your discount for the live. I might run it till midnight. I'll run it till midnight, everybody. So you've got your Pampas Grass, if you want to go for that, $7.99. There's also the Wild Tweezle. Any of the other stamps as well that you see, like Bonnie, go and have a look at Blooming Amazing. That's pretty cool as well. The grungy frames, I think, is an absolute must-have. This is going to be great for your Halloweens, to go for your city view. Friends Are Always Together, another beautiful stamp. Again, you can use this in many different ways. The mini quirkies, they're, of course, available. They're fun and funky to play with. And you've got your Dragonfly #1 and your Dragonfly #2 as well, which I don't have here at the minute, but never mind. But if you wanted to go for the whole set, that's the Dragonflies, the Tweezle, and the Pampas Grass. That's available as well, but you get your 10% off. If you fancy doing the workshop, that's the QR code for you. And you can go to jmcdesigns.co.uk. Okay. I don't know why that's not showing. Oh, it is. It's at the top, isn't it? No, that's not coming on. So there you go. So that's the workshop. Let me run through the ones we've just had on the show again. That's your grungy frames. That's the Dragonfly collection. You can go to timestampcreations.com and find all these online. But if you wanted to scan the QR code, that's your Dragonfly set 2. Oh, it was there. That's your Pampas grass. Your wild tweezle. City view, great for Halloween. Walking in the rain. Friends are always together. Go and have a look at the quirkies. They're so quirky. And that's your last Dragonfly there. So that's where all those are. Check out the Colour Me workshop. Again, head to Julia's website. But you can also go to timestampcreations.com, which is where you will find all of the stamps available to you. And if you want to go and have a look at the workshop, I've got something to play to you at the end. You can go to that. And let's just add this. There you go. There you go. TSC 10. Oh, not of Julia's. TSC 10 gets you 10% off the website. timestampcreations.com. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the live. We've covered quite a lot. I could sit here all night, actually. I really could. But lots of little techniques and things for you to see. That one I didn't do in the live, but that one's easy to do. These are just so cool using the grungy frames. If you want to message me about anything, you can do. And I will choose a winner and let you know who's won the Peanuts stamps. Okay, you've still got time to put Peanuts in the comments if you do want to get hold of those. So thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to play you out with a little promo on the workshop that we've got coming up, and then I'm going to say goodbye. So thank you very much for everyone for your patience. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. We get there in the end. It's just one of those technical things. But I'll let you know when I'm going to go live again. But I like this time. If you like this time, let me know. Live at 5. It kind of rhymes. And then I get done for tea time, you see. Right. Thank you very much, everybody. I will. I'll come back in vision, actually, because it's a bit rude not to. Oh, no, I've gone into full screen again. Hang on. Do you know what it is? It's because I click too quick at things. There you go. There I am. There I am. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I'll let you know when I'm going live again. I'll take my mask out now. Where is it? There it is. At least it's worked this time, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Just watch out for the social media to let you know. So thank you very much, everyone. Good night. And I'll leave you with this. The Creative Colour Workshop is back. Join Julia McNeil, Lou Sims and Janice Phillips for a full day of creativity, this time in Royston, Cambridgeshire, on Saturday the 19th of September. Enjoy 3 fully tutored projects, a goodie bag worth over £50, 25% off the pop-up shop, plus tea, coffee and cake throughout the day. Whether you're looking to learn new techniques or simply spend a day crafting with like-minded people, there's plenty of inspiration waiting just for you. Places are limited, so don't miss out. For more information and to book your place, visit jmcdesigns.co.uk. And we can't wait to see you there.